Hi everyone, it's me Leigh with Victorian Dreams by Leigh, and I have a tutorial project share. So let's get started. So what I have created, and I am going to run it through and show people, is create a card from Crafter's Companion, and it is the dress card. And there's the pieces that come with it. So if you see this in the store, you know what you're looking at. So here are the pieces that come with it, and it makes five. Let's see the measurements, if I can find my ruler, which I cannot. Okay, so the measurements of the card is 5.5. Let's just pick that up. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. It does fit in envelopes that Americans sell. Of course, this is from Crafter's Companion from the UK. So let me show you the cards and then I'll walk you through how to make it. So it comes with shoes. It comes with, they said this is an envelope, but I'm using it as a purse. It comes with the neck, the belt, and little flowers. And this is what it looks like when it's open. So there's that one. I'm not gluing the shoes on. I'm thinking you could put them on the back if you wanted, or you could, you know how when you get mail and confetti falls out, just let the shoes fall out. So there's one of them. And I added bling and stuff. And here's another one. Isn't that one cute too? There's some other pretty ones coming up. Let's see, and then the last one that looks something like these with the white cardstock, and then I added another layer of the dress. So, and then there is that one. So now, then I said, okay, let's, instead of using white cardstock, let's just use decorative paper. So I used two different decorative papers. It is white on the back side of it. So, if I can open it. So that's nice when you write on it, you can actually see it. And it's the same on the back. See, it's one piece of paper. And then I use coordinating paper to make the bow that comes with it, the little envelope purse, and the collar, and then the shoes are all the coordinating pieces. And then here is the opposite of that one, is this one right here, and that's the back, and there. The only white you see is right here. There's flyaways because I have used the glue gun Charlie, and I put bling on too. So there's that one. I got two more, and then we'll do the project. And then this one right here. There's the back, and there's that one. I mean, you could glue the shoes on or dangle it, but you know, the shoes isn't the thing to me. Now, they did come with stamps. Let me see if I can find them. It did come with stamps too. Right here, thank you. It's your day. Shine bright. Be fabulous. Celebrate. Will you be my bridesmaid? You shall go to the ball. Celebrate. I can't say I do without you. So that's really cute. And I did not stamp any in sentiments yet because I'm not sure. And then I made a little one with lace on it. And so I thought that one was so cute, isn't it? So, okay. So let's get started. And didn't make the shoes for the lace one yet. Let's move these out of the way. So you need a piece of paper that is 11 inches long by 5 3/4. And you get your scoreboard and you score it right down the middle on the long side on 11 inches. So this is American cardstock that's 8.5 by 11, but we cut it at 5 3/4 by 11, and we score it at 5.5 right down the middle, and we fold it over. And try to make that, even though we scored it, it doesn't want to always be straight. So let's try to get it to be as straight as possible at those edges. Okay, I'm using my Gemini, and let's do this. Let's get the dress. It's going to be, you're not going to see daylight in between it. You're going to bring it down just a hair, and you're going to have that much. Can you see that much off the edge so that it will stay? We're going to get a piece of tape and tape it down. Okay, so since this is white, I know where it's going to cut out at. So I need the little belt to be white. So I'm going to add the little belt right here. I need one of the little shoes to be white. So I'm going to add a shoe right there. So I'm only cutting one time. And let's do the flower on this one, and they'll do the bow on the second one where I show you where you only use one piece of paper. So let's put this right here for white, and the little purse starts out white because we layer them. So let's fit that little purse in. There's no die is touching each other because you don't want to hurt your dies. So I think we're good to go. So we're going to use the plastic plate, the magnetic, and the other top plate. Let's put it through our Gemini. You know, I might have cut 2 shoes at one time this time, and I might have saved an extra step where I wasn't doing that before, so we'll see. So see how it cuts out the dress. There's the dress. Okay, and we did get 2 of each of these because I had folded it over. Wow, that saves me a step for a second dress. They're stuck together though because they were smushed, so we got to unstick them, and we don't need that. We have 2 of these. Let's put everything that we need of each right there so I know to grab it. Cut 2 belts. That means I can make a second one real quick. And I cut 2 shoes at one time. She said, this is Sarah from the UK and Crafter's Companion, and she said that the dies are thicker to cut through paper. So yeah, 2 shoes already done. And this is what you're going to have left over. Okay, so we don't need that right now. Oh yes we do. So now what I need to show you is how to get the second look. So let's grab a piece of paper. Let's grab, let me see my scraps. I wasn't prepared for a second dress. Okay, here's a scrap, because this one would make a whole dress. So I'm going to use this one, and let me just cut it down just a hair. I know I'm way wasting, but that's okay. Let's rotate our plate. Let's go ahead and once again we are going to only cut a little bit of it because we want it to stop right about there. So we're going to put that there. And now, let's see, we did half of a flower, so we're going to do the other half. We're going to do the little flower and we're going to do the neck. Okay, so let's get the little flower right here. Let's do the purse one more time and I'll show you why in just a second. See on these purses where it's white and then it has a little the flap coming over, and so we're going to have it three-dimensional. Okay, and then what else? We need to do the neck, and so we're going to put the neck right here. I could have fit it, I could fit it up here and probably save that little bit of paper down there. So let's move the neck to right here. Okay, all right, so we're going to have a leftover here and this little leftover. So we're going to rotate our plates so they don't get worn out as much, and it's the same configuration. Why it took so long is you see how this metal is sticking out? It would not accept that. I had to put it in starting this way, and it just didn't want to accept that because it wasn't right. So now we're done with that, and pull that away. Pull the little flower out. Go ahead and put me on 2-speed because this does take a little bit of a minute to make one. It's pretty fast. It's fun. If you were going to make these for wedding invitations or stuff like that, I would suggest getting 2 plates, because look at these plates are already cracking and all, which I have soaked these plates in boiling hot water in a tray and let sit overnight for 24 hours with something extremely heavy like my KitchenAid on top, and they come back and they seal in and they look brand new again. So this doesn't worry me, but I do have a second set waiting over there. So now let's put this together and show you how quick and easy this goes together. So all you do is see how you put that there. Well, I'm going to trim. Let's see. What I like to do is I want to make sure that this belt fits, because this belt fits perfectly a certain direction, and it does. See, it hides that seam. So okay, we are just going to tape it. Well, let's take the top off. Just going to tape it on. So I just put my finger in the corner, try to line it up so that you don't see anything. Okay, this is how I was doing it before, is I was just putting my finger in the corners of it, and it lines up with that edge and it falls into place. Okay, and if it's cockeyed over here is where you put your big flower. So okay, here's the big flower. So let's glue the flower, say right here, looks good. And oh, we forgot to do a little flower to put on the belt. So I'm not going to do it, but this medium flower we would run, and then it goes right there in the middle. I don't know how quick I could get that done. Let's see. So I got a piece of paper. That's a lot for just one little flower. I would rather show you exactly. So, okay, we used all 3 flowers. So, oh, there we go. So let's glue the medium flower, which doesn't look exactly like the other 2. They're shaped a little different. Let's glue that right there. See the layering part? To put the yoke on the neck, you need to tape this because this stands out on the edges and you don't want tape. So then you just bring it and center it there. So there you go. I did come down a little bit too far with the tape, and I'll put baby powder on that to defuse it. But see how you don't want tape on the back of this. Okay, so now we're going to put the belt on. You could use, I like using the tape for this, it's holding very well, but you could use glue. So that fits perfectly right there. Then we're going to get a pop dot and pop dot that flower, and we're going to put it on the belt. But I am going to use Charlie, my glue gun, and give it a little squirt of glue and stick it right there. Okay, so now here comes the purse. And here are the shoes, which we know we're not going to do anything with those. And I'm not going to put a sentiment on it, and I'm going to put that back there so I don't lose it. So, okay, you fold this over, and you score it where it is, and then you take your scissors, you cut right on that score line that they have. It's a little piece. You don't use this one anymore. Just this little piece right here. You put your tape on it. And you stick it on there. Then you get another pop dot. If you don't know what a pop dot is, let me make sure I show you those things. I never trust the pop dot, so I always use hot glue to glue it on so that the glue on the pop dots aren't very strong. So I put some on the actual pop dot and I let it drizzle down to the paper, and it secures it both directions. Now we're going to put the purse right here, and I think I'm going to actually try to find little thin string to add to the purses and glue them on. But there you go. This is a card and we're done. So isn't it cute? You could put bling, because you notice how I put bling here. I would add bling to hide that little hole, and maybe one up here. And the flat backs. Okay, so to do a colored one that is not white, that originally started like this and it's the same color on the back, I have 12 by 12 paper I cut in half. Okay, this is 2 different, so it's 12 by 12, and then I cut it in half, so it's 12 by 6. You're going to have a little bit extra throwaway. Let me turn it over. I like to score it, and I'm just scoring it on the 6, just right down the middle. The extra stuff to do the yolks and everything will you can use. So all you do again is you folded it and we burnished it. We are like 2 minutes from being done. Remember, don't show any, you can't see any air or any light through here, It's only a hair. Okay, just a hair off. I don't have my tape, so I'm going to put a new piece of little tiny tape, and I'm going to take some of that tape, and I'm going to talk to you about putting the lace on. I'm going to take some of that stickiness off. Let me move that, make sure. Okay. You rotate this a different direction. Let's see which way have I used. This even fits this direction. And let's rotate those plates. And oh, I gotta turn the machine back on. You can do this in a manual die machine or an electronic one. The popping is just it cutting. And here we go. We peel that off, remove that, and this will be the extra leftover for a coordinating dress that you would use. But here is this, and then I would go and look for a coordinating one, and I would cut this and make my dress, and then the extra pieces like this would match the yoke, the purse, the shoes, and all that, because remember these two were coordinating, and so I used the extra leftover. And then to do the bow is this right here is the bow, and this one time you run this and you run this twice, and all you do is put the bow together and then put the two pieces. The belt still is right there. You could put the bow up here, or you could put the bow anywhere you would like, and add a little piece of bling. So there you go, guys. That's how you make those cards. Now let's go over this one with the lace on it. You could add any kind of lace, beautiful for bride. I cut it, I left it off the edge and then just trimmed it. The only thing I would recommend is start your lace at the bottom so that you could get the right distance that you need, and I let it hang off just a hair, and then cover up the next little bit of this with the next little lace, and it just gradually, and it just stops right there at a perfect location, and just bling it out. So there, guys, I hope you liked this project, and I really enjoyed making them. I got quite a bit done today. I think it's going to be so cute. I'm going to send these to my nieces, and see, not all of them have flowers. Some of them have bows. I'm going to send these to my nieces, and I'm going to have them pre-made, some that are just die cut out. See, that one's hanging over the edge. And I'm going to let them just put some together themselves. And so I think that's going to be fun for them to put together their own little set of cards, and they'll get one. Maybe they'll send me the card back already made and say, hello, Aunt Leigh. You never can tell. So all my links are down below. Glue Gun Chronicles is a group that I have, and Lone Star Crafters is a Texas group that I'm trying to help out, and my Facebook blog and Pinterest and all that good stuff. So please join and hit the subscribe and the bell, because I didn't even know I was going to make this video, and here I am making this video. So I think everyone's being real stressed right now because of that virus, but let's all just pray and stay safe, and blessings to you all. Good night.